Well, moving the coils onto this cart from this cart resulted in the same exact thing. One misfire and then it won't run. That's a serious backfire. Whew, that was very loud. And I think I'm finally onto something because Joe helped me out. He gave really good instructions with the new pulse coil that I just ordered. And basically what he's saying is that when these bolts are loose, these coils can move a little bit. And you have to make sure they're centered side to side and then fully towards the crankshaft. So I'm going to loosen these up and we'll see the play in that. I got to remove these. But I think this actually might be our problem. Because if you can't change timing, but you can change coil position, wouldn't that change timing? Okay, let's see. Yeah, these can move. I think when I replaced the exciter coil on the other coil pack, I probably didn't center it good. I just threw it on there. Cooked. Yeah, that can be moved like all around. Well, we will make sure to center it. His instructions also say to use a little bit of blue Loctite. Feels pretty centered to me. Looks centered too. Just gotta do the same with our new exciter coil as well. Needs it. Should be all good and centered. Thank you, Joe at Odd ATV. He's giving me some good instructions. We'll see if that helps. Okay, there it is, all finished. Looking fresh. Call me crazy, but I think it's actually going to start now. Time to put this thing back on for the 17th time. Time to see if it'll actually start. I really don't know. This is my last ditch effort, kind of. Oh my gosh. That was it. It's coil position. That's all it is. Oh my goodness. Whew. Man, that was tricky. I would have never thought that. Thank you, Joe. I owe Joe from Odd ATV. It's just coil position. That's crazy. All right. I think I can get the other one running too. That's awesome. I'm so happy right now. Well, I'm going to pull this one apart now and see if the same thing is happening where the exciter coil is not centered. Okay, how does it look? Looks pretty centered, to be honest. But let's see. I guess it was a little bit out, like this way. Alright, I didn't really do much there. But a little bit goes a long way, I guess. Put that back in and see how it works. I adjusted the coils in this one. Let's see if it'll run. Been waiting a long time to do this one because I made a whole video on this one and it didn't run. But it had a melted piston, so that's not my bad. Let's see if it'll fire off. Yeah, that one's still kind of messed up. At least this one runs. Have to figure out that other one. Okay, you guys got to see this. So I'm down here trying to clean up the tank so I can patch it. And I noticed there's a previous repair. Look at that. They used a penny. And I don't even know how they used a penny. Like, they chopped up a penny. Looks like they kind of welded it on there. Like, is this gas tank repair stuff? This is so bizarre. Never seen anything like that to repair something, or to like use penny, which is not great material. Crazy. Well, hopefully I can patch it up. That's just so weird. I don't know. I use a steel stick to cover up the penny repair, and it seems to be holding. I've got a bunch of fuel in there, but that was crazy. Pennies. Penny welding. Okay, well that does it for this episode. Sorry these episodes are so short. I'm just trying to get them out weekly so you guys can have updates on the carts and my projects and stuff. Thank you for the support. Please subscribe. It's really going to help me. Please do it. Subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully we can figure out more things on these. Also, it appears that they have this needle on the super rich side, so I'm going to take that apart real quick. Adjust it, see if that helps, and then reinstall it. I can just turn it on. No, that's the dry running sound. I think I got all the fuel though.